She got that toy again. The ragged one. The one that's basically falling apart by now. And she's not playing with it. Watch her closely. She's carrying it. So gently. Like it's made of glass. She finds a quiet corner, curls her whole body around it, and just stays there, guarding it. And if you reach for it, that low little grumble. Not angry, just mine. You've seen her do this 100 times. And you probably thought it was sweet. A little odd, maybe. But what's actually going on inside her in that moment is one of the most tender, heartbreaking things in the entire animal world. And once you understand it, you are never going to look at that little toy the same way again. Because here's the thing about female dogs. There's a whole hidden world running behind those soft eyes. A way of loving that's quieter than a male's. Deeper, in some ways, and almost nobody notices it. Because she never makes a sound about it. She's not just a sweet, gentle dog. She's running on something ancient. Something wired so deep it shapes nearly everything she does around you. Who she follows, who she worries about, where she chooses to lie down at night. So let me show you a few of these. The quiet ones. Why she picks one person in the whole house and glues herself to them. And why it has nothing to do with who fills her bowl. Why she always seems to end up beside whoever's hurting the most. And that toy. I'm going to tell you exactly what she believes that toy is. That one's the deepest. That one might undo you a little. So stay with me for it. Let's start with the person she chose. Because she did choose. And there's a good chance it's you. You've probably noticed it already. In a house full of people she loves, there's one she loves differently. One she trails from room to room. One whose feet she lies across. One she waits by the door for, ears up, every single time. And the easy answer is, oh, that's just the person who feeds her. Except, it's usually not. You can be the one filling her dish every morning of her life and still watch her follow someone else around like they hung the moon. Because a female dog doesn't bond to the hand with the food in it. She bonds to the person who makes her feel safe. The one whose presence quiets something in her. That's not a habit. That's an emotional choice. And once she makes it all the way. She imprints on that person, ties her whole sense of okay to them. And there's this tiny thing that seals it. When she looks up and holds your eyes, soft, for no reason, just looking, both of you get a small rush of the same thing. A bonding chemical called oxytocin. The exact stuff that floods a new mother the first time she looks at her baby. You feel it, she feels it. At the same moment. Just from a look across the room. So if she's picked you, if she seeks you out, leans her weight into you, always seems to know where you are, that's not clinginess. That's her heart quietly deciding you're home. And honestly, if the quiet stuff is what you're here for, the things about her nobody bothers to explain, then come sit with us. This is exactly what we do, every single week. Just subscribe. But choosing you is only where it starts. Because once she's yours, she starts watching you. Really watching. And what she notices is the part that gets me. Female dogs are almost unsettlingly good at reading people. She studies your face far more than you'd ever guess. The set of your mouth, the drop of your shoulders, the thing underneath your voice. She clocks the gap between your normal and your not okay before you've said one word. And she doesn't only read it with her eyes. She smells it. When you're stressed or frightened, your body actually changes what it releases into the air. The chemistry of your sweat shifts, and she catches it like a flare going up. Some dogs can smell that change before a seizure even hits, or the moment someone's blood sugar drops. That's how sharp that nose is. But here's what makes her different. She doesn't just notice you're hurting. She comes. There's a nurturing pull in her that turns noticing into doing. You have a rough day, you sink onto the couch, and there she is, pressed to your leg, chin on your knee, asking for absolutely nothing. Just there. And watch who she goes to in a busy house. It's almost never the strongest one. It's whoever's sick, whoever went quiet, whoever's crying in the other room where they think no one can hear. She finds the person who needs her most, and she plants herself right beside them, like she's decided they're her responsibility. She doesn't love the loudest or the biggest or the one who runs the place. She loves the one who's hurting, and she stays. But softness isn't the whole story. Because the same dog who melts into you when you're low becomes something else entirely the second she thinks you're in danger. You'll see it on a walk. A stranger drifts a little too close, or a dog she doesn't trust, and quietly, no bark, no drama, she shifts. She slides her body between you and them. She becomes the wall. And notice she doesn't lose her head over it. She doesn't go charging in barking like she's got something to prove. She stops. She reads it. She weighs it. That pause you sometimes catch, where she freezes and just watches something before she moves, that's not her being scared. That's her thinking. She's running the math on whether this is a real threat before she does a single thing. It's the same instinct that makes a mother calm and dead serious at the exact same time. Not reckless. Never reckless. Just completely, quietly certain that nothing is getting past her to reach the ones she loves. Even the way she sleeps gives it away. Look at where she settles. Near the door, facing the room. The spot where she can see who comes and goes. She's not just hunting for somewhere comfy. She's choosing the post that lets her keep watch. Even resting, part of her is still on the clock. And all of it, the guarding, the watching, the stepping in front of you, comes from one single place. The same deep wiring. And that wiring points straight back to the thing I promised you at the start. The toy. So, that toy she guards like it's made of glass. Here's what's actually happening. And it's real, it's physical, it even has a name. It's called a false pregnancy. A few weeks after a female dog's heat cycle, her body does something extraordinary. Even if she never mated. Even if there is not a single puppy anywhere. The same hormones that would climb during a real pregnancy start climbing anyway, and her body simply believes. It becomes convinced she's about to be a mother. And it's not just in her head. She'll start building a nest out of blankets, out of laundry, out of whatever's soft. She'll gather her toys and tuck them somewhere safe. Some dogs' bodies take it so far they actually begin producing milk for a litter that was never coming. And that toy she won't put down? That's her puppy. In her body, in her heart, in every instinct she owns, she is mothering a child that does not exist. Cleaning it, guarding it, keeping it warm against her, grieving a little when you reach for it, because to her, you're reaching for her baby. And here's the part that truly gets me. Sometimes it happens with no cycle at all. No hormones pushing it. Sometimes a female dog just finds something small, something soft, something that seems like it needs looking after. And that mothering heart switches on all on its own. Over a stuffed toy, over a kitten that isn't hers, over the family baby wobbling across the floor learning to crawl. She lies down and turns herself into a cushion so the little one can't get hurt. She never needed to give birth to become a mother. She just needed someone to love. That's what you've been watching this whole time. Not a quirk. Not a strange little habit. A mother, with no one to mother, loving something anyway. And that, right there, is the whole reason this channel exists. If your dog has ever done something that made your chest go tight and you couldn't quite say why, stick around. Because there is so much more of her worth understanding. So the next time you find her curled around that ragged little toy, guarding it with her whole body, now you'll know. You'll know she isn't being strange. She's being exactly what she is. A protector who never needed a reason. A healer who shows up for whoever's hurting. A mother whose love came already switched on, whether she ever had a single puppy or not. She will never say one word of it out loud. She can't. But it's all there, in the person she chose, in the way she finds you on your worst days, in the body she puts between you and the world, in the toy she holds like it's the most precious thing alive. That's her telling you, in the only language she has, you're mine, and I'll love you quietly, completely, for as long as you let me. And if a dog like that has chosen you, then you already understand. Some kinds of love were never going to need words. You just had to learn how to see them,